Hi, I'm Shannon, Leigh, and this is Pencil Me In, and I'm at Brewfest, and I'm with
Leah Marie of Silent Bark.
Just having a blast. How has your experience determined your attitude and beliefs on being a great musician?
With being with the band, how has your experience determined your attitude and beliefs on being a great musician? I think over the years of being with different types of band, like this is my second band that I've been a part of, and then being a solo guitar player too on my own when I do acoustic shows, my professionalism has changed greatly because there's so many places that you go to when you perform that you watch, when you go there just to watch other bands play, you don't try to compare yourself to other people because there's no one that's going to be me, but I always look up to people that just have a different persona on stage. So it's really changed my attitude of how I want to perform and where I don't want to do certain things wrong. I guess sometimes you say that most musicians, I mean, we're vulnerable because we want to be perfectionists, but at the same time we want to have our vulnerability show because we want to be able to touch base with who watches us perform.
When did you start singing?
Since I was little, I guess. Since I was able to bust out a note, my mom kind of sang, but she was never like in bands or did music or anything. I mean, she went to choir in like school. I just loved singing, and since I was little, I liked to be in the spotlight. I learned how to play piano when I was 5 or 6, and then later on, as I got older, I started doing music and singing in theaters, and I started doing plays, and I was like the little elf in like this Christmas play, and I loved doing stuff in high school, and I started doing it and pushing it more when I got to like 15 when I first played guitar. I started learning guitar when I was 15, and now I'm 36, and I've been playing for that long. So
you ever won singing competitions?
I have. I won I think it was the Rockford Idol, or not won it. I was in the Rockford Idol, and I was in like the top 10 placement years ago, and then I did X Factor a couple years ago. Wait, when I put the math on it, I did it back in 2010 or 11. I went to X Factor to play because my grandfather, I wanted him to see me play before he died of ALS actually.
Wow.
So I actually was able to sing for my grandfather 2 weeks before he passed away. So when I went there, I performed, and it was a new experience for me. But I got a golden ticket. So a lot of people don't know that about me until they actually go, wait a minute. I went through to the second round and then third, but then I didn't make it. But when I got done, I was like, this is stupid. I could totally do this without having to be in a show. So I actually joined my first band like 2 months after that.
Wow,
less than 2 months after that, I started a band. And then I did that band for almost 2 years, and then I started doing more shows on myself, playing guitar and singing. And then these guys found me 2 years ago, and we've been rocking out, and just the dynamics changed a lot since then, and we've just expanded it to be like a premier party band for all of Midwest.
Wow, that is a great accomplishment. Wow.
It's fun.
That's
I have a good time.
Amazing.
It's a lot of work. But it's a passion. It's a big passion of mine to perform and open up the doors for other people. So,
wow, I'm very impressed. Who named the band?
The original singer. Hi, Tom. One of the not original singer, but one of the original guitar players in the band. It might have not been his one of the founders. Tom, was it your brother that found the band? Whose dog was it?
Jack's, my brother's dog couldn't bark.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was his brother's dog. They had their band starting, because we've had all their members come through that just helped fill in for us. Like his brother, Tom, wasn't here last weekend when we opened for Waylon, and we needed a bass player. We're like, we're not going to give up the show. So Jack was the founder of it, but his dog didn't have a bark, and he's like, oh yeah, he's got a silent bark. And then all of a sudden, like, this name sticks, and literally 10, 11 years later, Silent Bark.
Oh, that
Obviously,
is cute.
we're far from being a silent band.
Yeah.
Very far.
The last CD you bought?
The last CD that I actually bought, wow. Well, I work with music venues. I do therapy with big tours, so I work in the music industry for the past 13 years now.
Okay.
So I haven't really had to buy music because they just give me their stuff, but I think the last CD that I remember buying was a local artist out of Florida. Her name is Laura Bateman, and she has a music studio. She teaches people how to play music. She's just a local artist, and that's the last CD that I remember buying, actually.
Who's your favorite band that you've seen lately?
The last band that I just saw recently was I went to see the Violent Femmes, actually. They're from back in the 70s and 80s, and they were a big band, and that was a blast. And then just before that, I went and saw Seether and Letters from the Fire, which are friends of mine that I worked with their tours. And then I also got to see Primus with Steve. His wife had to go, and I got to see Primus, which was Let's Claypool, which was amazing show, like just great.
Are you scared of anything?
I hate snakes. I want to punch them all in the face. And I think that is, outside of that, I mean, what first comes to mind, honestly, I'm afraid of failing. So that is just because I don't ever want to give up on anything. I never want to fail. So I'm going to always keep succeeding. I might fall down, but that's it.
What age do you wish you could permanently stay at?
The age that I can permanently stay at. You know what's really weird is I actually really enjoyed being 32 when I was 32. But I actually also enjoy being like right here at that 35, 36 point, you know? Mm-hmm. It's weird, but I think 32 is like the magic number for me.
Now this is definitely an answer for us women. Why isn't chocolate considered a vegetable if chocolate comes from cocoa beans and all beans are a vegetable?
I don't even know who wrote that question. I don't even, if you're a woman, why did you even write that? That shouldn't be in the, nope. Next. Chocolate's my favorite.
Do you cry when you found out Santa wasn't real?
I don't remember. I feel like I remember there was Santa. My brother spoiled it for me, but that's because my dad fell off the roof in a Santa suit. I think, but I never saw it. I think they made me go to bed.
Is there anything you'd like to say to La La Land out there?
La La Land, the best thing I can say to a lot of people that are like watching us do this every week in practice is keep up your knowledge on music and keep reading, keep educating yourself. It doesn't matter what it is. Even if you want to do music, if you want to do art, if you want to be into politics, you want to educate other people, you have to actually read more and be knowledgeable and educate yourself. And being a musician, you've got to put like professionalism behind it and passion. Like if you're going to go into it, just remember your engagement with people, and that's what it's all about. It's coming from the heart. You're putting something out there, and when you put your heart behind it, people see that, and that's what draws them to you. So,
and who am I with?
I'm Leah Marie of Silent Bark.
And your website?
We are at facebook.com/silentbark. We are also at silentbark.com. We're on there, and you guys can find me. I'm Leah Marie or Leah Marie Live, or I'm also known as Muscle Matrix Pro, and I do work with music tours. You can find me pretty much across the Midwest area working with music tours too. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm Shannon Leigh, and this is Pencil Bean, and that was amazing. Thank you.